everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a little bit of a story. We're going to tell you guys a story. I want you to take everything I say with a grain of salt here, because I'm not going to be, editing this. It's just going to be a story, or it's going to be the story of a man unhinged, an unhinged individual by the name of Justin Technology, or as many of you know him, Mr. 9 out of 10. We're going to take you on the journey, where it begins and where it ends. And we're going to see how much of this is really just tech being a spur or tech being evil. I want you to keep that in mind as you watch. Is this tech being a spur, or is this tech being evil? Is he an evil man, or is he just a slightly autistic Aspie? I'll let you decide. But without further ado, let us get into the story. See, I have a notebook here because I'm not too good at these long form videos. So I'm gonna like keep it handy. So if I look down, I'm looking at the notebook, because there's a lot to cover. This dude is, he's got a lot of stuff. So I think we'll start at the beginning. Who is Tech? Why are we talking about him? Who is this Justin Technology character? Well, Justin Technology is a man. He's an individual who joined the Asperger Raps community. Yes, a very influential and large community of people. He joined it sometime about when Asperger was still streaming, a little before Black Friday. Like maybe a month or two before. So he wasn't around forever. He joined a little late into the streaming career of this Asperger character. But he quickly, asserted himself as a high donator, contesting even the great legendary Ghost Gang member, Fat Tyson, as a high donator. He joined the Asperger Raps Discord, and from there he was pretty charismatic to most people. Well liked by a lot of people. Nobody could really tell much. There were a few people, keep in mind, who did see, Tech's potential to become a lolcow, a spurg, me, Fat Bunny, and the mysterious Mr. Retard. Sorry, I said that wrong. Mr. Eater. These people, keep them in mind. They see the potential. They see how it's going to, the future vision, if you will. But, yeah, Tech joins, and this is basically Tech's introduction. I've always been at opposite ends with Tech, so even in the start, there's bickering back and forth in this community. I'm arguing with Tech, calling him gay and shit. But he generally speaking, he asserts himself and assimilates pretty good into the community. He's liked, charismatic. He's a charmer. He's a bit of a charmer. This all really culminates with the Demon Rat vid that is since unlisted on his channel. I believe you can get it if you donate to his Patreon, but do you really want to give him money? It's up to you. It was just essentially me calling Demon a rat for like an hour. It's kind of a throwback, and then he kind of sort of goes in on Demon. Not really, but it's a bit of a throwback, alright? This is essentially Tech's, where Tech begins. The Tech rising arc. He's just rising up, people like him. He's just becoming part of the community, alright? But as the months go by, we start to see some cracks in the Tech. Tech has cracks. He's, as you know, if you know this story, Tech is a spurg. He is a serial spurg. So of course there's going to be cracks. So these cracks are like, he starts becoming more irritable with other people. He's combative, he likes to argue, sign of a spurg, little spurgy behavior. Um, there was a D&D campaign going on, and he spurred on that too because we couldn't figure it out. And then there is of course, this is the capital thing that really just sets off the spurg in motion. The 9 out of 10 nickname, where it comes from. Now, I won't lie to you here. I'm kind of the genius who started the 9 out of 10 name. You can thank me for that. I'm kind of a genius. I'm a big brain, right? But essentially, Tech will tell you, the whole thing comes down to this. Tech's going to tell you, he said he would only date 9 out of 10 men, and that is where the name comes from. And I will argue that it is he himself called himself a 9 out of 10 on a scale of attractiveness. Whichever the case, it really doesn't matter. Because if it's mine, well, it's mine. If it's Tech's fault, well, it's Tech's fault. But it really doesn't matter because the whole point of the nickname that it serves is it pisses him off. It makes the spurg angry. It's very easy to tell he is irritated by this nickname, by everyone mocking his looks, by calling him a 9 out of 10 on the scale of attractiveness. Which, you start to see the cracks, right? The cracks of a spurg going spurg mode, He's also a tranny fucker. He got drunk one night, fucked a tranny. So people make fun of him for that. It's something you can make fun of him for. This really all culminates into what is going to make the tech will break, if you will. This happens when Tech starts talking to, I won't say the name for brevity, to keep it, relatively hidden. But he starts talking to the 15-year-old Mexican, who, if you know what happens next, you're going to know that this is going to end badly. He starts talking to 15-year-old Mexican girl. He gets into a Discord call with her one day, and he starts talking about his feelings. See, Tech is a troubled individual, so when he starts crying about his feelings, and this 15-year-old girl tells him, "Yo man, sucks for you, can't help you," he's not going to take that well. He's not going to take the lack of emotional support very well, to say the least. And this leads to the Tech breaking. Chapter 3, as we call it. I have notes here, and I've numbered them, so Chapter 3 is the Tech breaks. This is what Tech is most notorious for. Doxing. Now you might ask, well, who does he dox? He doxes an individual by the name of Dysentery King and the name of 15-year-old Mexican girl, who I won't say. He gets a lot of, fucking shade for this. He gets a lot of notoriety. It's really the worst thing he's done. But the truth is, I'd like to look at this from an objective standpoint. Because yes, I won't lie, he did do something wrong. He did dox people, which is bad. It's bad. I won't even front with you. It is bad. But then again, how much of it really is his fault? How much of this is preventable, really? Because a lot of people will pin all the blame on Just Tech for this, which is not the case. There's a lot of things Just Tech did do wrong. I'm not saying he didn't do anything wrong, but he's not the only one to blame in this doxing, okay? The 15-year-old Mexican girl, who has also been doxed, is also a lot to blame. She has given him the picture of Dysentery, which he used to dox him. He sent the picture out when he wasn't supposed to. Correct? Oh, did thing go? Yeah, he sent the picture out when he wasn't supposed to. Right? He she also gave him her school. So she gave him a lot of the information. She also gave someone else her name, the thing that Tech would eventually dox. She gave it to someone else, they gave it to Tech, and he doxed her. So a lot of this comes down to, it is Tech's fault for doing this, but it's not Tech's fault for the information getting out. Because other people, she gave the information away. It is a lot of her fault in this case. I won't make excuses for Tech because it's still gay to dox people, but claiming it's all his fault would be, a gross misrepresentation of what happened. But essentially, this event right here catalyzes about three things. Dysentery King leaves the community entirely. Mexican girl leaves the community entirely. And everyone now knows Tech is a spurg. He is a gigantic spurg. He is very sensitive. And now we have something to bully him for even more, which is great. Fun times laughing at people. Which will bring us to our fourth chapter of the Tech saga. This is the Spurg Tech Rising arc. This is Tech fully embracing his Spurghood. This is when people actually, most everyone is starting to notice how easy it is to bully him. The charismatic, arrogant, well-liked facade is breaking. It's completely shattered at this point. So you have jokes like the BMI joke, where Tech famously says, "Bughost, you're fat." And I say, okay, this is my BMI, what's yours? He gets his BMI, and it is higher than mine. He is actually fatter per capita than me. Which means he can't really say that because, he's fat. There's just general bullying all around. 9 out of 10, tranny fucker. You look gay. You're fat and ugly. Yeah. But there are some lay epic moments in this Tech Spurg Rising arc where he trolls Jackie. This is post Black Friday, and so Jackie has already been beaten. Asperger has gave her the smackdown. So he has trolled her pretty badly in this arc. He gets into a bit of a spat with the tranny mod, libcuck mod, and he really does, I will give him credit where credit is due. He trolls the shit out of Jackie, and eventually she nukes her entire Discord because of Tech, and her Twitter too, because Tech said she has Stockholm Syndrome, she's crazy, she got beat up, which it's really not that good, but just the reaction alone is pretty funny. So he does do some funny lay epic moments in his Spurg Tech Rising arc. But alas, not everything is permanent, These months of Tech being bullied can really wear on a man. And this is where we get to chapter 5 of Tech's arc. Tech's last shred of happiness. Tech is a troubled individual. I've already said this. Tech is depressed. Okay, he's a depressed individual. In the Sheepover server one night, Tech, the 19-year-old, underage drinking, I will remind you, this is illegal. He gets drunk, and he gets in VC. And he reveals a lot of secrets and personal stuff he should not reveal about himself. Because, again, he's sensitive. You don't reveal stuff about yourself when you're sensitive, and a Spurg who also likes to mess with people, because they will use it against you. But he does. He does. And he reveals it to two people. One Nekoken and yours truly. Okay? But yeah, this is important. This is gonna be important later for Tech's tragic backstory. Okay, but all you really need to know is that this is Tech's breaking point almost. Tech, the recently, I think it's maybe a few days after this event, Tech is very excited that he is going to have a baby sister. He is going to have a baby sister. He is so excited, more than anything ever. He's freaking out, jumping for joy. And then this is where I cruelly take away his last shred of happiness by saying, you're an adult. You know, your baby sister is going to be 1 year old and you're like 19, dude. You know, you're not like growing up with your sibling. You're not going to be as close. I don't think you need to worry about this. I don't think you need to jump for joy right now, big guy. It's not a big deal. This sends him off on a complete autistic Spurg meltdown, in which we have his famous quote, "I can't have a single fucking shred of happiness, can I?" The most famous, almost most famous Tech quote. There will be one more famous Tech copy pasta later in the video that we will go over and analyze. But essentially, this is his breaking point. Tech has had it. His shred of happiness is gone. He leaves the server, all servers involving us assholes, the Asperger Raps community, for good. And this is pretty much the end of our involvement with him. You know, me talking to him, fucking with him, everyone fucking with him, basically. Not everyone fucking with him, but everyone in this community. So you might be thinking, well, Bugos, this is only 17 minutes in, there's more video left to go. What can happen if you guys aren't fucking with him? Well, actually a lot of shit can happen when we are not fucking with Tech, because he can fuck himself over very badly, which, you know, we'll get into. But for a moment, let's take a look at what Tech actually told me in that VC. We're going to get into Chapter 6, the tragedy of Just Tech. Because it might seem, you know, like Tech is a Spurg, which is true. But nobody is a serial Spurg overnight. There's reasons why everyone does everything they do, whether you like to believe it or not. Nobody is a complete retard for no reason. Well, most everyone is not a complete retard for no reason. Some people maybe they are, okay? But Tech isn't one of them. Tech is very troubled. He has been jumped and beaten up by people before in the past. He gets beaten up a lot. He fights people sometimes, which is bad. You know, my man's getting assaulted, not good. He has a lot of past trauma, which I'd like to keep to a minimum, but I will tell you, it involves him being molested by a gym teacher when he was roughly 11. And the details are pretty fucky, so they're not good. Yeah, they're bad. Apologize for making funny if we're that Tech, if you're watching. Sorry about that. My bad, you know. Hey, that was a little cross the line maybe a bit. And then there is the RIP Just Tech Jr. case, in which one of his ex-girlfriends aborted his kid. And if you know Tech, you know that he wants to be a father more than anything else in the whole world. So that is a huge hit to him. And a lot of the time, if you've ever talked to Tech, he's even told me about, you know, being depressed and how he rarely would wake up a day and not want to kill himself. You know, wake up and think in the morning, God, I just want to fucking die, you know. So, you know, there is a lot going on with Tech. It doesn't excuse a lot of his actions, but it certainly sheds a little more light on why he is the way he is. He does have a pretty fucked up life. Not an excuse, mind you, but it just helps to paint a picture of what's going on. Well, now that we're past the backstory, you guys kind of know the tragedy of Just Tech. We can move on to his famous YouTuber arc. Because Just Tech is not just a spurg. He's a famous YouTuber with, okay, I'm trying to think, 8,000 or 9,000 subs, something around that. But he has a smashing success video with almost over 300,000 views. It is a Diary of a Wimpy Kid Reddit read-along video. This would establish Just Tech as the most famous wimpy kid Reddit reading YouTuber of all time, I'll argue. Of all time, he has created his own thing. You know, he's truly a visionary. But of course this causes problems because he's Just Tech. You don't go reading Reddit posts without Redditors getting mad at you. So I think it's I'm gonna try to remember the line, r/loaded diaper, something retarded about wimpy kids. They are pissed at Just Tech because he has read one of their Reddit posts, one of their Reddit Diary of a Wimpy Kid fanfics, without crediting the Redditor. You don't fucking read our Reddit posts without giving us credit for the Reddit. You fucking hear me, you little bitch? Yeah. But yeah, he starts beefing with them. This can really be summarized by just complete autism, is what I would describe it as. It is an autistic spurg named Tech fighting with even more autistic Redditors who are just like shitting their pants because he read their Reddit post. Oh my god, he made a video about our... Yeah, it's complete fucking autism, but it is worth mentioning because it's more examples of Tech just spurging out. He does spurg out in the Reddit on these Redditors. And this will bring us to Chapter 8 of the Tech saga. Quite possibly the most iconic part. People who don't even know Tech personally, or don't even know about JTR Productions, somehow know about this. This is the rejection. The I kind of fell for you, like a lot post. I might put it up here, but if I don't, I'll link it in the description. I'll link the Cake Jerry video of it. If I do put it there, well, you see it. If I don't, you know, go in the description and look for the post or whatever. But basically, this can be summed up as the most sad beta rejection I've ever seen. He confesses his love for an e-girl, only to be tragically shot down because she was kinda high right now, my guy. Yeah, a true tragedy in words. But a lot of people look at this a weird way. What they'll say is, oh, he's a loser, he got rejected. I look at this in a way more positive light. Well, it is funny, and it is a very brutal rejection. If you look at the girl who's actually rejecting him, this is actually Tech dodging a major fucking autism bullet. He's Neo the Matrix, fucking like gone backwards and like dodged that shit. The woman in question is a girl named Mumble, okay? If you don't know who she is, I'll give you a breakdown. She is an SJW who changes her pronouns just about every day. She is homeless. She's fat. And she is more autistic than Tech, if we're being realistic. She is more autistic than him. It really would have fucked Tech over. I will say with most certainty, if she would have reciprocated, this would have been a fucking nightmare for Tech. Okay, fuck getting laughed at for being a beta and getting rejected. Who fucking cares about that? Your life would have been fucked over, Tech, if this girl would have reciprocated. So if you are watching this, keep in mind, you dodged a major fucking bullet. Everyone might be laughing at you, laughing it up, having a giddy storm, but you dodged a serious fucking bullet, my dude. just like, you fucking champ, dude. You would have been like dragging a homeless bitch out of the gutter. Like, holy shit, you know. What a guy. What a guy. He dodged that like a fucking legend. I wish I had more to say about this, but you know, again, it's kind of bullet points here. I just want to say this girl is fucking nuts. So he got lucky. He got very lucky. And all you fuckers laughing at Tech for this, laughed it up. But Tech gets his happy ending because that crazy bitch did not reciprocate. Which will bring us to chapter 9. We're coming almost to a close to our story about Tech. I really wish I could have gone more in detail, but I'm just trying to get this out there because I don't want this to go away, you know? I want people to remember the crazy Tech adventures that we had, you know? And this crazy guy we met along the way, you know? This is an end to the Diary of a Wimpy Vids. What made Tech most popular on his YouTube channel was these stupid Reddit Diary of a Wimpy Kid videos. But Tech didn't make his YouTube channel to make shitty Diary of a Wimpy Kid videos. He made it because he wanted to entertain his friends with funny little shit posts. It just happened that one video took off. It got promoted on the YouTube algorithm and took off, so he made more of them. But this is Tech finally coming back to his roots. Tech decides, no more Diary of a Wimpy Kid vids. I just want to focus on the shit posts that I like making because I find them funny. And I find this to actually be pretty noble. He's not fucking fawning over the hype train anymore. He's not trying to be famous and popular. He's just trying to do what he enjoys, which I find pretty cool. You know, what a cool guy. You know, doing what you enjoy far more important than doing what's popular. Good guy. And now this will bring us to our conclusion, our epic conclusion to the Tech story. We don't have, you know, we've been through a lot with this guy, you know, he's spurged a lot. He's done a lot of spurgy stuff. And you know, maybe he's not the best guy ever. But this is shining light to our fallen Techs in arms. That's actually what I wrote down. That's actually what I wrote down for chapter 10. This is why it is so crucial that this girl rejected Tech. Because now, our boy, Just in Technology, he's been through it all. He's been through all the bullying, all the hatred, all the mean memes, the 9 out of 10ing, and he has finally found his 9 out of 10 queen. Our boy Just in Technology is now engaged. So there is a happy ending at the end of the tunnel. Through all that shit, he's finally done it. Our man's Just in Technology. I'm very proud of you, you know. All that time I spent making fun of you, those hours, you know, being a mean cyberbully, you know, I don't even care anymore, bro. Water under the bridge, you know. I'm just so happy for you, and I want to end this video with a nice congratulations. I'd like to, everyone in the comments, say congratulations, Just Tech, because it's important, you know. Our guy went through a whole fucking spurg arc. Whole spurg arc, bro. The entire spurg arc. I'm going to look through real quick and see if there's anything I need to say. But I think we got most of it. Yeah, we got most of it. Our man's Tech has been through it all. He's been through really fucked up shit in his past. Mean cyberbullying. Imagine being a cyberbully. Redditors. Evil Redditors. Gay Redditors. Himself. He's been through his own problems and issues. And he's still triumphed. And he's still cooler than you guys because he's getting married. And he has a cool, I think he has a cool job. I don't know. But he's finding his happiness. And if that doesn't tell you that you're a sad piece of shit, and that, you know, if someone like Tech can find happiness and you can't, well, then you're a piece of shit. That's all this means. You know, fuck you. Fuck you, viewer. Tech is a champion. Tech is the people's champion. He is the real 9 out of 10. And I'm so glad I got to meet him in my lifetime. That's all I wanted to say with this video. And I hope you guys enjoy the tale of 9 out of 10. Because I enjoyed a hell of a lot. Peace out, guys.